Those Oklahoma cow-calf producers that have fall calving herds often have a question about when's the best time to wean the calves from those fall cows, those cows that calved last September and October. Should we go ahead and wean them in April when the calves are about 7 months of age, or should we wait a more traditional time for fall calvers and wait until midsummer, say mid-July, when those calves are about 300 days of age? Well, there's research done here at Oklahoma State University that gives us a good look at making that comparison. Dr. Lawman and some of his students about 6 years ago reported on a 4-year data set where they took cows and had half of the herd weaned in mid-April when the calves were about 7 months of age. The other half each year were weaned in mid-July. Over a 4-year period of time then, they took a look at the rebreeding performance of the cows in that herd, as well as how the calves did in terms of weaning weights. What they found was that there was a significant difference in the rebreeding performance of very young cows if the calves were weaned in April. The difference was about 9%. In the case of mature cows, however, there was no advantage in rebreeding performance whether we weaned in April or waited until July. When you look at the calf weaning weight, as you would expect, there's a tremendous difference because the calves are about 90 days older. There was a 204-pound difference in the weaning weights, the calves in April weaning about 438 pounds, whereas the calves in mid-July at 642 pounds. But then comes the question, of course, those calves that were weaned in April, what if we kept them until mid-July? What would they weigh if we just turned them out on native pasture? Those calves in this experiment nearly caught up, not quite. They weighed about an average of 607 pounds at the same weaning date in mid-July. So as I look at this data set, I would come to the conclusion that as we look at some fall calving cows this spring, especially young cows, if they look a little thin to us, we may want to go ahead and wean the calves in April. And in the case of the mature cows, I see no advantage to that early weaning. Leave the calves on the cow until sometime in early mid-July. 60 days seems to be enough between weaning and the time that they're going to calve next fall for them to regain body condition and be ready to calve in good shape, and therefore go ahead and cycle, rebreed during the upcoming breeding season after that. So I think as we look at this data set, there may be different answers to the same question depending upon the age of the cow and the body condition of the cow, but I think this gives you some idea of what to expect if you wean in April or you wean in July with those fall calving cows. Hey, we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.